During the same year that the Buddha would eventually reach Parinibbana, the Venerable Sariputta contemplated upon his own death. He realized through his wisdom that the chief disciples traditionally pass away before the Buddha. He contemplated his remaining life force and realized he had about a week left. He then contemplated where he should pass away. He thought of his mother. She is the mother of 7 great arahants, yet she herself has no faith in the Buddha. He contemplated further and saw that she could learn the Dhamma, but she could only learn it from him. After making his decision, the Venerable Sariputta meticulously cleaned up his living quarters. He wished for there to be nothing left behind for which people may blame him. The people who might blame him would generate horrendous karma. He wished to prevent that by not leaving a mess. Then, together with 500 of his closest monk followers, the Venerable Sariputta went to go ask for permission from the Buddha to go see his mother in Nalaka, where he would have his final passing away. The Venerable Sariputta said, "The Lord of the world, the greatest of all sages, I will soon be released from life. There shall be no more coming and going. This will be the last time that I will ever be able to worship you. In 7 days, I will give up the burden of this body. Please grant me permission. The time for my Nibbana has come." The Buddha said, "Where will you take your final passing away?" "At Nalaka, in my mother's house, my lord." "Do what you think is right, Sariputta. Now your brethren will never have a chance to hear you preach the Dhamma or a chance to see a marvelous bhikkhu such as yourself. Give them one last discourse." The Venerable Sariputta then turned to his bhikkhu brethren and gave a world-shaking, marvelous, and complete expounding of the truth and how it exists in this world. He explained the perils and suffering that come with rebirth. He showed how we are not supreme and cannot change the way the world operates. He expressed the supreme bliss of releasing attachment to desires. And finally, he explained the freedom of Nibbana. At the end of his sermon, the Venerable Sariputta personally went to the Buddha and said, "My Lord, if in any life I have ever committed any deed, speech, or thought against you, if I have ever harmed you or displeased you, may you graciously forgive me. It is now time for me to go." The Buddha said, "Sariputta, you have not done a single thing to displease me. Do what you think is right." The Venerable Sariputta reflected on all the lives that he had toiled to generate enough paramitas to be worthy of being born as the Buddha's chief disciple. He reflected on the kindness and quality of a Buddha, that through a Buddha's immeasurable compassion and sacrifice, Sariputta was able to achieve full enlightenment. He was overwhelmed by gratitude of the highest order. The Venerable Sariputta, the chief disciple of our Buddha Gautama, paid his final respects directly at the feet of the Buddha. This would be the last chance he ever got to express his gratitude, appreciation, and respect to the man who showed him the way to total liberation from the sorrowful rounds of rebirth. As a final gesture, the Venerable Sariputta circumambulated the Buddha 3 times, always keeping the Buddha on his right side as a sign of maximum respect. As he paid his respects, he thought, "It has been an aeon and 100,000 world lifetimes since I made my aspiration at the feet of the Buddha Anumattassi to see, learn from, and serve you. This aspiration has been realized, and I have seen you, learned the Dhamma from you, and have been blessed to have had a chance to serve you. This will be my last sight of you, and in the future there will be no more." And then he departed. All the monks in the temple, along with all the laity, wept uncontrollably and followed the Venerable Sariputta out of the temple. However, at the temple gates, the chief disciple said, "This is a road that none can avoid. Turn back and do not neglect the great master. Serve the Buddha, follow the Buddha, practice his Dhamma." All the people following him turned back, and all who were left were Sariputta's 500 closest disciples. After a long journey, as the Venerable Sariputta got close to his mother's home, he sent a messenger to alert her that he was close to arriving. And so, the messenger told her that the Venerable Sariputta would be residing at her house, along with 500 disciples. She thought, "Why does he want me to prepare so many lodgings for so many people? In his youth, he left to become a monk. Does he now wish to revert back to a layman in his old age?" After the Venerable Sariputta had entered the room where he was born, he laid down on the bed and fell gravely ill with dysentery. Pails upon pails had to be carried out. His mother, watching from nearby, realized, "The news of my son is not good." Knowing that Sariputta's time of death was near, the 4 celestial kings of heaven presented themselves. A bright, blinding light flooded the room. They said, "Venerable Sir, we, the 4 divine kings, wish to pay our final respects to you." After they bowed at his feet 3 times, they departed. In the same manner, Saka, the king of the gods, entered the room with an even more radiant light. He said, "I, Saka, king of all the heavens and Devas, wish to pay my final respects to you." And after bowing at his feet 3 times, he departed. And finally, Mahabrahma, the supreme god of the heavens, entered the chambers with the most radiant light. He said, "I, Brahma, god to all the gods, wish to humbly pay my final respects to you, Venerable Sir." And after bowing at his feet 3 times, he left. Seeing the comings and goings of all these obviously great celestial heavenly beings, Sariputta's mother asked, "Who were they that came, paid homage to my son, and left?" The first 4 beings were the 4 great divine kings. "My son, are you greater than they?" "They're like temple attendants. Ever since the Buddha was born, they've stood guard over him with swords in their hands. My son, after they left, who was next? Mother, next to visit was Saka, the king of the gods. My son, are you greater than the king of the gods? He is like a novice who carries a bhikkhu's belongings. When the Buddha returned from the heaven of the 33, where he went to go visit his deceased mother's spirit, Saka took his bowl and robe and descended to earth with him. My son, after he, who was next? Mother, that was none other than the Lord and Master that you worship, Brahma himself. My son, are you greater than even my Lord, the great Brahma? Yes, on the day the Buddha was born, it is said that the 4 great Brahmas received him in a golden net. Upon hearing this, the Venerable Sariputta's mother thought, if my son's power is even greater than that of Brahma, then how great must his teacher, the Buddha Gautama, be? And with that thought, she was filled with rapture that suffused her whole being. The Venerable Sariputta, seeing that his mother's mind was finally open, gave her a Dhamma talk based on the qualities of the Buddha. At the end, his mother was firmly established as a Sotapanna, a stream enterer. His mother was overcome with emotion. She cried, and through her tears she said, "My son, why have you not given me this priceless gift sooner? All these years, you had the key to unlock the door to my awakening, and I was a fool to never realize it. I am so blessed to have a son such as you. I finally see the truth. I finally know the truth." With an awakened mind and a humbled and blissful heart, she bowed for the first time at the feet of her son, the chief disciple to the supreme teacher of all beings, the Buddha. Seeing that his debt to his mother for giving birth to him and raising him had been paid, he dismissed her by saying, "Upasika, female lay follower, you may now go." Seeing that it was early dawn, the Venerable Sariputta called for an assembly of the bhikkhus. With compassion in his heart and humility in his voice, the Venerable Sariputta said, "For 44 years, I have lived and traveled with you, my brethren. If any word or deed of mine was displeasing, may you all forgive me." All the bhikkhus, with tears in their eyes, said as one, "Nothing you've ever done has caused us displeasure. We have all been blessed to be allowed to closely follow and learn from you. It is us who beg you to forgive us for any displeasure we have caused you." The Venerable Sariputta then gathered his robe around himself and laid down on his right side. He then entered multiple stages of meditation, and when he reached the 4th absorption, he passed away into final Nibbana, never to be reborn anywhere, ever again. It was the full moon day of the Kartika month. The monks present could not hold back their tears. He was not only their leader, not only their teacher, not only their role model, but he was also their friend. He showed them by example what they should aspire to be. He helped them see when they could not. He helped them overcome that which they could not alone. He made clear that which was cloudy to them. The Venerable Sariputta's mother, reflecting on the gift of freedom her son had given her, paid her respects at his feet, not as a mother to her son, but as a disciple to her teacher and savior. After a week of observances, the Venerable Sariputta's mother oversaw and sponsored all the costs of his funeral and cremation. And after the fires died down, all that remained were Arahant relics, as physical proof that he had truly achieved Nibbana. What did you learn from this story? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.